Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Wednesday, March 10th, 2010. A couple days ago I did a Getting Started with Store using SQLite screencast, and it occurred to me that if you're on Windows, SQLite may not be the easiest thing to use. I mean, it's not hard to get it installed, but what's even easier for most people is Store for Access, because most people either have Access installed or can get it installed easily. I have it installed here on my Windows 7 system, so I'm going to go to Version Control and Store for MS Access in the Parcel Manager. I'm going to right-click and do a load on this. Now once that's in, what you want to do is scroll down on this a little bit and you'll see that in order to get Access started, all you really need to do is copy this little installation script out of the comments, go over here to a workspace, and what I'm going to do is just paste it in here, and then I'm going to highlight this and do a do it. And that'll get my Access database set up for me. Now all I need to do is change a couple things up here. Most likely C:\/ is an area you do not have write access to, so I'm going to change this to something I do have write access to on my system. And I'm using parallels under the Mac, so this path's going to look a little strange. I'm going to leave the others alone. I'm going to use the file name it gives me and the DSN, meaning the ODBC connector that it gives me alone. I'm going to leave the username and I'll just give it the same password in lowercase, and we'll hit OK. Now it's going to create all that. And now it's going to prompt me to connect. So I'm going to change my interface from Postgres to MS Access connection down here. And then for environment, I'm going to just put in Access 1, just as it did before. And then here I'm going to put in the data I just gave it. I'm going to hit connect. Now it's going to install all of that. It's going to ask me for a unique name, so I'll call it Access 1, going with the defaults again. And I'll say default again. And we'll just go with the default for that. And now we can connect to it. So we'll come up here, connect to Access 1. It installed it for me there, and I'm connected. And just as before, I can now create a package and I can version it off into Store. I've done other screencasts covering that piece of this, so that's pretty much all there is to that. To walk through this, all you really need to do, load Store for Access, go through the prompts. The only tricky part is that you have to change the directory to somewhere you have write access to. First couple times I walked through this morning before doing the screencast, I let it default, didn't notice it was C:\/ and of course I don't have write permission there as a normal user in Windows 7, so I had to change it to somewhere that I did have write access to. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.